Hello, Sagittarius. So here is your reading. So first up, you have the Star. Then you have the Queen of Cups. You have the Five of Swords. And then in your reverse challenging position, you have the Three of Wands. And in what you should do is the Two of Swords. Okay. So the Star, to me, this is in your recent past. The Star is all about having a light at the end of the tunnel. So I feel like you were going through a little bit of a hard time, but you had hope and you kind of felt like it was going to be almost over. And I definitely think you're kind of headed in a better realm, but sometimes things do take time, because then you have the Queen of Cups. And I really feel like this is kind of you having to be very emotionally supportive and kind of, she's very sensitive, she's very caring, but she's very intuitive as well. She's very like in the flow. And it's all about like kind of trusting your heart and your inner guidance to lead you in the right direction. So then you have the Five of Swords, which is, it's about having like a defeat or some type of conflict and competition. It's about like winning at all costs, little arguments with other people. And it's about needing to stand up for yourself as well. Or like it could also indicate some type of obstacle that you need to overcome, but it's really like you got to stand up for yourself. So I think you've been kind of going through a little bit of a hard time, but you feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which there is. And I think you've been in this Queen of Cups energy where you've been like really like emotionally, maybe this hard time is to do with, there's family, other people going through it with you, and you're having to be that emotional support system. And but I think you're very intuitive, and I feel like you've been fighting some battles, and I think this could be related to what's going on with the Star. Whatever those have been, it could still be kind of going on. It still doesn't necessarily mean it's fully over yet, but I think it's starting to pass. But I feel like this is saying that you need to really stand up for yourself here, because I feel like in your gut, you kind of have this feeling that, you have this like intuition, I really feel. And I think that it's kind of telling you got to stand up for yourself. So now with the Three of Wands in reversed, this could be indicating like unexpected delays or having lack of foresight or kind of playing things a little bit smaller. Like you might have an opportunity that's being presented to you. You're not going after it the way you probably could. You're being more reserved in a sense. So I think this is your challenge. I feel like this is really saying you need to stand up for yourself and you need to go after it more. You have to be more, whatever this is that you're kind of playing small or you're not taking action on, or you're feeling there's delays. I feel like it's something, and the delays could indicate what's going on with the Five of Swords here. Is there's some kind of delay, but the swords are usually more about your thoughts, So I think you're kind of getting in your own way in a sense, but you need to fully take action. Now, the Two of Swords here being kind of what you should do. Now, this is about decisions, but it's almost like you're not taking action, which is interesting because I definitely feel like you should take action, but I think you need to kind of overcome, because could be like you're avoiding decisions. So I feel like you might be stuck, but maybe there's something that's not quite fully being revealed to you at this moment. So maybe you might have to kind of wait. I wonder if this is saying that you might have to pause for a second, because I wonder through this Five of Swords, if there is conflict with somebody else or something, I wonder if you're not fully seeing the full picture, and that's causing you to kind of not be going forward very well or more effectively. But I wonder if something is going to start kind of, because this being here about indecisions and being like what you should do in a sense, I wonder if something, but this is also about trusting your intuition. But the more you stay in this, the more stuck you get. But I wonder if, because she's about intuition too. So I think you have some idea of something, but I think this could indicate you just need to trust your intuition. But I'm wondering if also at like right this second, you might need to wait for some more answers to come to light. Let's continue. So you got travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. So I wonder if, I'm going to put this here because he's about kind of long term or planning and foresight. So I wonder if this could really represent something like you need to stand up for yourself or you need to go after something. And I wonder if it could be, maybe it's like a job that's a little farther away or something and you're not entirely sure, especially with everything going on, financially, is it worth doing? So yeah, so that's very interesting. So now next up, you got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And I really think that, I wonder if this is why you got the Two of Swords here with about kind of this indecision. I think, I feel like, because these two both involve intuition as well. She's really intuitive. Like she's really, really good with that. The Queen of Cups. And I think the Two of Swords, you have to trust your intuition. That's also part of this card's meaning, is like trusting your intuition. And now this deception, I wonder if you're having a few arguments with somebody or there's some funny business going on. And I wonder if that's why you're kind of holding off on moving forward fully with something, or you're a little scattered. And I wonder if the Two of Swords for you is representing like just pausing for a second before you go forward. I think you might wind up more things might come to light about whatever the situation is that you didn't know. But I think it's going to be coming to light sooner than later. So even if you just pause for a second, it might be the following week you start to get more answers. So I'm putting the deception over here, over the 5. Because somebody might not be fully being truthful to you, and it could be making you feel a certain kind of way. And I think this is saying that you need to stand up for yourself. And once you find out, sneaky business is going on, you need to stand up for yourself. And then it's going to help you kind of have more foresight going forward with that. So a few of these cards came out for you guys. So, okay. So Jack-o'-lantern says protection. And this is all saying that you are being protected by higher powers at this moment. So even if you feel a little bit stressed out, because I do think this is a little bit like stressful energy to a certain degree, they just want you to know that you are being protected. They got your back, and you're going to get through this, especially because the star being the light at the end of the tunnel. I really feel, because this is your recent past, that you are almost through the tunnel. You might not be fully to the other side yet, but I feel like you're almost there. It's just maybe this is like just something else you have to get through to kind of get closer to the other side or closer to that light. But you are being protected. That's what they're saying. And then, see, this is interesting too. Invisibility. And this is about authenticity. Now, this could indicate that you're hiding some talent from other people. Maybe you're very highly skilled in something, and then you would need to stand up for yourself and reveal your talent. Maybe there's something that you're very skilled at, but you're kind of like holding off on because maybe it makes you nervous. It could be that you would make an amazing speaker or something, but you're scared of public speaking. So this could indicate for some of you that you have something, you're very skilled in something, but you're holding back. You're holding it back. You don't want to share it with others. And that's always from fear. And that could be you need to stand up for yourself. Or this could be somebody's being sneaky with you. Now, because invisibility could go both ways. It could be you holding something back, or it could be somebody's holding something back from you, and it's actually could be for nefarious reasons. So, and considering that you have the deception here, and also the 5 of Swords, which also could mean defeat and loss, I wonder for some of you if you have somebody that's not being 100% up and up with you guys. And then that's what's causing you to not really be able to plan correctly for whatever this is, because things are not quite clear. And that could be why you the 2 of Swords in that instance would be like, you need to hold off until you got to trust your intuition and maybe just put a pause on the decision at this moment until you have more information. For some of you, it could be like that, because I just thought that was very interesting that you guys kind of got this this theme here. Now, then you have dawn, the light after the darkness. So this is all about, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, just like the star, and you got the star here too. So there's a light. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to get to the light. So if you're having a dark moment, it will turn around. That's just reminding you that it will turn around. You're going to get to the other side. Brighter days are ahead of you. So next up, you guys got, oh, I dropped that. Chryso something. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know. I'll work on saying that at a later date. It says, allow yourself to receive, and Red Jasper, take action. So it's interesting because I definitely feel like you have this almost this duality of taking action and not taking action. I definitely think I really think once you figure out some of, because I really feel like for some of you, somebody might not be fully being truthful, and this could be why you were experiencing this kind of darkness in a sense, or kind of being stuck in the dark and not seeing the picture clearly. But I think, to me, this is saying once you figure out what's going on, if this does represent a sneaky person, once you figure out what sneakiness is going on, then I think you need to take action. But it also could say that I definitely think this take action could be standing up for yourself as well, you know? So yeah, you're definitely going to have to figure that out. But there's something here, you know? And the taking action could be that you need to trust your intuition, because you definitely have that. You have that twice. You need to trust your intuition and maybe take action on what you feel is right. Because you might be feeling that whatever this situation is here, some funny business is going on. And I wonder if with this travel, long distance communication, I wonder if you're going to find out information. I'm not saying that it came long distance, but information that was not quite maybe in your immediate circle at the moment, kind of helping you gain clarity on this situation here. So I wonder if that's what's indicating that somehow you will get some information that'll help you kind of, clear this up. So, and allow yourself to receive. I just definitely think that's just reminding you that, because sometimes if you're in this moment of kind of this darkness, or kind of a little bit not sure which way to go, I think this allow yourself to receive is just reminding you, maybe listen to your intuition, because I really think you have a big message here of like intuition, and I think you should just try to tap into that if you're able to, because I feel like there's maybe spirit is trying to communicate with you, try to help you out in certain things. And like, for instance, if you're really feeling that somebody's not being quite on the up and up with you, you got to listen to that, especially because you got so many things here about maybe some shady business going on. Okay, so first things first. Elevator to success is out of order. You'll have to use the stairs one step at a time and be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. And I definitely think with the Queen of Cups, I think you are being a rainbow in somebody else's cloud, because she's very emotionally supportive. She's very nurturing. She's just really that aspect for other people. But I think you might need some of that for yourself. So be a rainbow in your own cloud as well, Sagittarius, is just in case. So don't forget to be your own rainbow too. And I think this is just reminding you that things don't always work out perfectly. So you're just going to have to take this one step at a time. Like, your energy here, I do think you're headed towards better days. It's just sometimes it's like you got to trudge through the mud to get to the dry land occasionally. You just got to, it's tricky sometimes. So I think it's just one step at a time, one piece of information at a time, and then you'll get to where you're going. So if you're looking at the long-term aspects and you're just focusing on the long-term and you're getting stressed out, because if you go to a mountain and you look at the mountain and you're like, oh, there's no way I could get up this mountain, you're going to feel like you can't get up it, and it's going to be harder for you to get up it because it's so big. But if you just focus on that one step at a time, eventually you're going to get up the mountain and you won't even realize you got up the mountain. You're like, oh, look, I'm at the top of this thing, and it wasn't so bad because you just focused on the little piece at a time. So if this is, if you're getting in this bogged down energy where it's like, maybe your indecision is coming also from whatever situation this is, it could just seem too major. It could just seem too, how do I want to say? Almost like impossible to get through or do. It's just reminding you, don't look at the totality of it. Just focus on the little bits that you can actually do today or tomorrow. Focus on those little pieces of that puzzle, and eventually it's all going to come together. Because if you start looking at something as the whole and it's like, oh my God, I don't even know how I would tackle this project or tackle this or get this done. It's just too big. It's too massive. But if you only focus, okay, I could do this today. I could do that tomorrow. And you do the little steps, eventually you tackle it, and you're able to more easily overcome any obstacles or problems that you have because you're taking it a little piece by piece. So, okay, think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball. We'll get to that in a second. But first, let's see what Spirit of the Dish shall be with you guys. You guys got the trio, which is the bacon, lettuce and tomato sandwich, the BLT. So there you go. And let's see what dinner and a movie is recommended for you guys from the universe. What dinner and a movie for my Sagittarius is. What dinner and a movie for my Sagittarius is. Ooh, you got barbecue and romance. So there you go, barbecue and romance. And then, let's see your numbers and letters. Oh, these two definitely came out, but let me get another handful. Okay, so you got K, C, V, E, T, M, P, Y, B, and you got 2, 2, 6, 9, 1, 7. And then let's see your stones. Okay, bunch of these came out. So kindness, dream, courage, and happiness. Okay, so let's see. So I am going to put, I feel like kindness is going to go on the Queen of Cups because she has that. She has the kindness and everything. And I feel like the dream is going to go on the Star because the dream is all about hope. And this could be something that you've been dreaming of hope or hoping about and wanting to do. So, and happiness and courage, I'm put the courage on the 5 of Swords because you need to stand up for yourself. You need to have courage to overcome and believe in yourself that you can overcome this obstacle. And I think happiness, where am I going to put the happiness? And I think the 2 of Swords, I'm going to put the happiness on. Even though this is a card about like indecisions and you need to trust your intuition and maybe things are not quite ready yet to make decisions on. I feel like you always really need to make decisions and think of how is it going to make you happy. So, because at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is that we are happy. I know that sounds silly, but if you're not happy, you could have everything in the world. And if you're not happy, you have nothing. So if you're happy, that is like, I think, priceless. So whatever decisions or whatever you're doing, you always have to remember, is this really what I want? Is this really going to make me happy? Because when you're happy, you got everything. So, okay, Sagittarius, think of your question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Here we go. Oh, mystical magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Sagittarius's question? It is, my sources say no. So there you guys go. The 8 Ball has spoken. Okay, I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.